Hello, thank you for visiting our presentation. My name is Aubrey Saharia.
My name is Nicole Martin.
And my name is Grace Bernatchez.
While the majority of e-reader research is conducted with college-age populations, there's a growing number of older adults who use these technologies as well. The percentage of older adults using e-reader devices had doubled from 2013 to 2017, with 32% of adults 65 years and older owning tablets and 19% owning e-readers. To date, results are mixed on how reading differs between college-age and older adults and how digital devices might factor into those differences. Some studies report older adults reading faster on digital devices, others report them reading slower, and some cite that their fear of using the devices is directly proportional to their reading speed. While there are many older adults using these e-readers, there's evidence that they might not actually be benefiting from them. Currently, there's little research on how their usage of e-readers is affecting their reading and what unique challenges when using these e-readers. For example, older adults have more health problems which could negatively impact their ability to use the devices, such as arthritis in their hands and eyesight difficulties. Another unique barrier is computer anxiety, which may cause older adults to be reluctant to adopt these devices and other times make them feel that their knowledge of this device is inferior. They also often lack computer experience and may need more time to learn how to use the devices in a way that facilitates better reading. As for their performance, some studies have found no difference in reading performance between paper and digital conditions, as well as others which found either an increase or decrease in performance for older adults. Thus, there's not yet consensus on how older adults' attitudes and experiences with e-readers interacts with medium type. So with this growing population of older adults being exposed to digital text, it's imperative that research determines how reading performance changes with digital text and what might influence these changes.
Due to this, we were interested in investigating how older and younger adults have adapted to reading on e-readers differently. Participants consisted of 42 older adults and 172 undergraduate students. The participants were required to read an expository narrative passage on either an iPad, Kindle Paperwhite, or paper packet, and then answered recognition questions immediately after they completed the reading. Once they completed the reading, the MMCB, which is a standardized reading test that assesses reading skill level, was administered. And lastly, the participants were asked to fill out survey questions in order to assess a variety of different factors, such as demographics and things like their perceptions and feelings towards digital devices.
When examining personal characteristics of our participants, we see similarities and differences. Specifically, younger adults report more computer experience and less computer anxiety than older adults. Additionally, older adults report more mind-wandering, but also more motivation than younger adults. When examining performance, we see younger adults performing consistently in recall scores across digital devices and paper in both narrative and expository passages. Older adults, on the other hand, perform consistently across device type for narrative passage, but when reading expository passage, recall changes depending on device type. Specifically, older adults see equal performance for Kindle and iPad conditions with a higher recall for participants in the paper condition. While older and younger adults are adapting similarly to reading on digital devices, there are some notable differences we observed in our study. Although younger adults perform consistently on the recall test regardless of reading traditional print or on a digital device and passage type, older adults did not. Older adults tended to perform consistently on the narrative text, but appear not to be adapting as well when reading an expository passage. This makes sense because they already reported less experience with computers, and of that experience, they probably had less practice with reading this type of text on digital mediums, especially compared to college students who are most likely interacting with these types of informational digital texts on a daily basis. Furthermore, regardless of experience, expository text is known to be more challenging due to its structural complexity, informational density, and prior knowledge demands. Given that older adults reported higher rates of computer anxiety in our study, it's also possible that once older adults feel more comfortable with digital devices and experience less anxiety, they will have better performance. Thank you so much for coming and watching our video. We look forward to talking to you during the live Q&A session. Thank you so much.